You can either do things the fast way, or you can do things the right way. Why is everyone seemingly on this rush to nowhere? Sit back, enjoy the ride as I take you on a journey throughout this topic of going far, being fulfilled doing things the right way, as opposed to just rushing through it all, telling yourself that you're gonna get to the important stuff later on, and then failing miserably, if I might add. So let's get to the video now. What's happening, YouTube fam? Jared Weiss back here with another video on the Jared and James channel. If you guys didn't know, that must mean that you're not subscribed to the channel, so you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of this video, let me know what you guys think of all my content, follow me on every platform. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about this idea of doing things the right way as opposed to just going all out sprint, disregarding the process that it takes to get there, and we're going to apply this to numerous different settings as I always do. So to start this video off, I wanted to talk about this idea of going viral right away. So Sam Tripoli, my favorite podcaster, who I'm always referencing, he recently said something that was extremely interesting to me. He was mentioning how he believes that TikTok, as well as all these other social media platforms, but like TikTok in particular, so follow me there, because TikTok is actually better compared to the others when it comes to looser censorship rules. So like, I actually do like that idea there. But so Sam Tripoli was talking about how TikTok actually purposely makes kids go viral right away in a lot of cases as this way like to hook them into this dopamine fix, because the whole thing is once you go viral once, you're gonna want to do it again and again, and so that's how they hook you into these platforms. And what I realized is that a lot of people have this whole going viral addiction where as soon as they get one viral video, they start trying to follow the trends more and more, and they start losing their own authenticity in this effort to just be famous right away. So in that regard, I actually think going viral right away, before you've actually done all the work, before you've actually done all the right inputs, grinded consistently for long enough, I think that going viral too fast, too soon, could actually hinder a lot of people in the long run. Because if you go viral for following a trend as opposed to putting out a really positive, authentic, genuine message that's going to help a lot of people, that has a lot of value, if you go viral before actually taking care of all these things that actually matter, but before actually putting all that work into your message, building up a loyal following, chances are you're gonna lose that right away, and then over time you're gonna crumble, especially because the people who land at the top right away don't know what it feels like to have to climb for every inch,
1 inch at a time,
at the bottom, and to have to work their way up slowly but surely, one foot in front of the other, brick by brick, one step at a time. And so I actually think that process is honestly so valuable, and like a lot of people miss out on that when they're just so focused on following the latest trend, on pleasing the algorithms, as opposed to helping out people, which I've spoken about numerous times on here in the past. If you guys want to check some of my past videos where I go more in depth on that topic. And this is actually one of the main reasons why I speak about all these controversial topics, all these hard truth topics on here, on Instagram, on all these platforms, even though it ends up getting me heavily shadow banned on Instagram in particular. But like, I didn't want to avoid that because yes, could I have just played it safe? Could I have just gone the fast way? Could I have just stuck to the motivational topics without any controversial hard truths behind it? Yeah, I could have done that. But like, I didn't want to hold back my full light. I didn't want to play it safe. I didn't want to sell out my integrity just to please the algorithms, just to blow up right away, and just to get famous right away. Because if I would have done that, and then let's say I got really famous and then I started speaking out on some of these hard truths, it would have been so much harder because my followers then wouldn't have known that about me, and then chances are I would have lost tons and tons of them, and then this whole castle essentially would have crumbled.
we're gonna crumble.
So that's why I believe in staying authentic, speaking your full truth. Even if it does make it extremely hard to go big, I would much rather do things the right way rather than the fast way. Because I know that in time, I will end up building a loyal following. I will find my fellow truth seekers, my fellow light workers in this world.
Avengers! Assemble.
And we're gonna have something incredible here. as opposed to a house of cards which could crumble at any time. And a lot of people I've noticed say that when they get big, then they're gonna shed light on some of these topics, or they're gonna speak some hard truths.
Yeah, I'm waiting, old man.
But the thing is, the bigger you get, the harder it actually becomes to then speak some of these hard truths, because a lot of money's involved. You don't want to lose that money, and I totally understand that. But like, I'd rather be someone who is authentic from the start, no matter how much these algorithms punish the truth. I can't be someone, maybe this is just me, but like, I can't be someone who sells out, who just does things for views, and has no integrity left, and then doesn't even know who I am anymore. What I've noticed these days, a lot of people, so many people, are honestly avoiding doing the inner work. So many people are avoiding finding out who they really are, and they're just conforming to whatever society wants them to be. And then they end up getting to this place. Maybe sometimes they do end up being super successful in the eyes of society. Maybe they do end up getting a lot of money, but like, they're not happy because they never actually took the time to find out who they truly were, what they really wanted in life, and they didn't have any authentic message anymore. And whatever authenticity they did have went out the window as soon as they started just doing things for views, just doing things because others wanted them to, because they thought that like society and all this popularity was gonna make them happy. But like, when they got to the top, they realized that like, they actually left out a lot of pieces of the process. So as much as I would have loved to have grown a massive following right away, I understand that I'd also much rather do things the right way. Put time into my message, inspire people through everything that I'm doing.
You're documenting the entire journey.
And don't stop. Keep telling your story.
Right.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna motivate people.
Take the time and effort into spreading truth, into spreading love and positivity, rather than just following whatever the algorithm is currently rewarding at that time, because that could change at any point. I'd rather put my work into things that aren't going to change, such as these valuable messages, such as inspiring people, such as truth, such as actually connecting with people on a genuine level. I mean, that's actually been one of the most amazing things when it comes to like having this podcast. I've been able to have these incredible conversations with people that like otherwise a lot of people don't honestly feel like comfortable having anymore. So I've given people this platform to hop on with me and like have these legitimate, genuine conversations where we could help each other, and in doing so we can actually help anyone who's listening. And I think that's incredible. So like, no matter how many people are gonna listen to them, I think that everyone who does listen to my stuff could benefit in some way. So once again, what it comes down to is doing things the right way as opposed to doing things the fast way. I mean, could you just focus on getting as many likes as possible without actually staying true to any message? Yes, but eventually people are gonna see right through that, and people are gonna see through this lack of authenticity, this lack of genuine compassion, of this genuine message, and so eventually it's all gonna crumble. So moving right along, a house that's built on a shaky foundation cannot stand. Think about it. If you just built a house as fast as possible, as opposed to the person who actually builds it the right way, and the same thing could actually be applied to our own bodies when it comes to fitness, as I'm often speaking on as well. You could just rush through the process. You could just lift as heavy of weights as possible just to show your friends, just to get likes on social media. But if you don't actually take the time to work on your stabilizer muscles, to learn what foods work best for you, to take rest days, to listen to your body, eventually you're gonna get injured, and that whole house is gonna crumble on the shaky foundation, and then you're gonna be out for a few months, as I spoke about in the video talking about the PSA to the younger lifters and my 2 PRs. So you could just try to get to those weights as fast as possible, or you could do things the right way, go slow and steady, focus on the upward trajectory of progress, focus on what you're learning along the way, and then get there when the time is right, as opposed to forcing it to happen as fast as you want it to. I mean, what is this rush that everyone's in, especially when a lot of times that rush ends up going to nowhere? So like, why the rush to nowhere? Where are you actually getting? I would actually suggest focusing on the actions that it takes to get you to your goals, rather than staying so focused on the end goal. As I actually spoke about during the podcast with Jake Moscato, one thing that like I actually strongly disagree with Tim Grover on is this idea of only focusing on the end goal, and then as soon as you get there, not even taking any time to like appreciate all the work that it took to get there. I think spiritually speaking, you want to delve into every day, immerse yourself truly in the actions that it takes to get there, because if you don't take the time to put yourself completely into the process, into the journey, into appreciating every day and everything that's going to take to get there, the end goal won't, honestly, the pleasure that you get from the end goal will just be fleeting, and chances are you probably won't even get there. If you can't show love to the process and like enjoy every day that it takes to get you to your goals, and like live every day as if that day could be the best day of your life, because as I spoke about in one of my past videos, it definitely can be.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
No matter what external circumstances you're going through, no matter how far away you are from your goals, you're going to gain so much more life wisdom, experience. You're going to be learning so much more than you would have if you were just only focused on the end goal. And trust me, I've tried living like that, and I was not as happy as I am right now with focusing on the process, trusting every action, learning about every input that goes into my body, and taking the time and doing things the right way rather than just getting there as fast as possible. And coming back to this house analogy, I actually heard a very interesting story that was in a book I read a few years ago by Joshua Metcalf. The book was called Chop Wood, Carry Water. And so in the book, there's like this one very powerful story where this guy, Koda, I believe his name was a construction worker in Japan. And so this guy was known as like the best house builder in the whole country. This guy was always building incredible houses, but then he got to this place where he was just like so tired, he was overworked, and he just wanted to get out of the business. But before resigning, his boss actually said to him like he has one more project for him, one more house for him to build. And so Koda reluctantly agreed to it. But this one house, this was his last house he was ever going to build. He decided to skip some steps, to not go all in as he always did before, and to essentially go the fast way as opposed to doing things the right way. And so he didn't make this house as amazing as he had every other house in the past. He didn't actually take the time and the effort to put into his passion that he had in the past. And this house wasn't built the same way that he built every house in the past. But he did it. The house came out okay. He just wanted to get it over with. So he tells his boss. His boss hands him the keys and he says to him, "This is your house. For all the amazing work you've done for us over the years, we wanted this last project to be yours, and so here's your house. Thank you so much." Now, this guy had done all the right things over the years. Every house he'd built, he'd given his all, but then when it came time to build his own house, he just did it the fast way because he didn't realize that he was building his own house. So now, analogy time. Let's bring it back to now. Back to our own situations and why the story is so powerful and why it resonated with me. You are always building your house whether you realize it or not. Every action you take, every input you give, every friend you see, every piece of news you intake, every social media post you watch or read, every food you eat, every bit of life that you're intaking is part of building your house. So, do you want to do things the fast way? Do you just want to get this fame right away? Do you just want to lift the heaviest weight possible right away? Or do you want to do things the right way and the more fulfilling way? Because as I said before, a house that's built on a shaky foundation cannot last, it cannot survive. But if you actually take the time, take the effort, do things the right way, focus on your message, focus on speaking truth, even if it gets you shadow banned, focus on impacting people, changing lives, and remembering why you actually started what you're doing in the first place, you're gonna get there as long as you give it enough time, and it's gonna be worth it. That house, that last house that you build is gonna be the most beautiful one possible.
Told you it'd be beautiful.
Because it's going to have your full effort and it's going to be built on the strong foundation, and you're not just going to be racing through it. You're going to be doing things the right way. So now, let me ask you again. Do you want to skip steps, cheat the process, forget about your integrity, your authenticity, and just getting there first and then deciding to go back and implement some of these positive things?
Oh, hell no.
Or do you want to implement the positive things first, do things the right way, have patience, let God do his work, and then get there and be incredibly fulfilled because you know all the work that it took to get there, and you know all the effort, all the trials and tribulations that you had to go through just to experience this end goal. But you enjoyed the process along the way, you found beauty within the struggle, and you added brick by brick onto that foundation until the beautiful house was built.
Yes. 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 Again. Yes.
I think I'm going with option number 2, doing things the right way, because the process of reaching the impossible goals is a marathon. It's not a sprint. I love sprinting, but like I've come to understand that the process of reaching these super high goals is going to take a long time, so I may as well enjoy the process, enjoy every step of the way, meet awesome like-minded people along the way, inspire others, work on my body, give myself the right inputs, focus on my healing journey, and I'm gonna get there no matter what. I'm gonna find a way, because I'm not in this for the short term, I'm in this for the long haul with all my journeys. I'm not here just to sprint through life, just to do whatever society wants me to. I'm here to make an impact. I'm here to be my best self, to show people what's possible. I'm in this for the long haul, and that's actually part of the reason why I believe so far on my journey God has been rewarding me slowly but surely, as opposed to this massive success right away, because God knows that I could handle everything, and He's working on this miraculous life for me. And so as long as I keep at it, using my free will to benefit myself, I'm going to be rewarded with this incredible house that's been fully built by me along with God in this co-creation of my reality, and it's going to be worth it. If you get to the end of your goals and you didn't appreciate the process, then was it even worth it to be in this constant rush, to be in this constant state of stress? I mean, life has so many rewards along the way, and if we're never able to appreciate any of them, then what's it all about? I mean, we're here to feel for God, we're here to create heaven on earth, I believe, but like there's so many riches along the way that might not be found in money or in fame or in whatever they want you to believe on the TV. There's miracles every day that many of us don't even see or take the time to look at, because we're so focused on the end goal, we're so focused on just getting there as fast as possible, we're so focused on just like getting through the day, getting to the end of the day, where if we actually stopped and appreciated all of life's miracles along the way, we would actually be adding to this foundation that we're building, and we'd honestly build on so much more that the final outcome is going to be even more beautiful, because we're going to be adding all these beautiful, incredible inputs that other people didn't even stop to look at or stop to absorb and bring in. So if I could reiterate this one more time, take your time, do things the right way, don't worry so much about getting there as fast as possible. What's the rush? Sometimes we just have to stop and smell the roses. Sometimes we have to look at everything that we've accomplished so far, take a step back, appreciate it all, and then we can continue building on it. So don't be one of these people who rushes through it, skips steps, just to get to the end. Find the blessings along the way, and I promise you it's going to be so much better, and your ultimate outcome is going to be way better than the person who just rushed through it. Healing is a journey. It takes time. As I know better than anyone, holistic healing is where it's at. And like, I've discovered and learned so much more about myself by going through all this for a long time, and by learning to embrace my struggles and try to find the lessons within them, as opposed to rushing through them. Because when you're on the path that I'm on, this healing journey that I've been on, you're almost forced to slow things down, to learn about your body, learn about nature. But like, what you gain in the process is this appreciation for your body, is this appreciation for the process and the beauty of life, honestly. But if I were to just keep pushing away symptoms, if I were to just keep waiting on the end outcome, as opposed to living my life to the fullest right now, I'd be missing out on so much. Without having this foundation of years of work, of years of knowing how to grind for every inch, how are you going to know how to handle success? Without an appreciation for the journey of knowing how long it could take to reach some goals, if you don't have that foundation and you just make it big right away, you're not going to know how to maintain it, honestly. So let me know what you guys think of this message. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if this helps you guys out. If any of you have been rushing to your goals too fast, if any of you have been losing your authenticity in this effort to just get famous right away, or to just get to the end rather than be right where you are. And I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.